Hello. It's me, Echo. Sometimes I am but a murmur, but sometimes I reverberate for all to see and hear. Welcome as I show you deep, deep fears. I use he, they, and it pronouns. I hope you can oblige as I wear myself with pride. Good morning, good evening, and good night. We're going to play Extra Case My Girlfriend's Secrets. Which just came out. Technically today. Well, I have 5 more minutes left before it's tomorrow. Ah. There's no category for it on Twitch yet. It did just come out after all. How is everyone? And let me switch our numbers. Last week, I played... Which one was it? Loser Reborn. Which was actually a turn-based RPG. And out of the Physical Exorcism series, as far as I know, is the most different than the rest of the games. Because Naya, the goddess of reincarnation, is a element in this game, and because when we played the demo during Steam Next Fest, we didn't really know that much about her, we wanted to start with Loser Reborn to kind of set the stage for this game. Especially considering that this game is an extra case. If you look at the other games in this series, they're typically numbered. Physical Exorcism, I believe, is case 1. Wow, we have actually a 0 case. Cannibal Boy. Cannibal Boy is actually the first game in the series that we got. We actually still haven't played it yet. So every game in the series is going to be new to us when we play it. So next week, I'll play Cannibal Boy. Then the week after that, Physical Exorcism, Case 1. Then Paranormal Evil, which I believe is going to be how we bridge the story gap between what happened at the end of Loser Reborn. And that'll be it for then. There is another game in the series coming out next year, though. So that will continue the story. I don't know if that's going to be the last game or if there's going to be even more games in the series. I guess we'll just have to find out. As this is my first series of games streamed, I'm very humbled to have the support of the developer and to kind of dig into one artist's games. Although there are other games that this developer makes, this is kind of their magnum opus, at least for now. I don't know what their intentions moving forward once these games are done, but this is what we know them for, and we've been looking forward to these for quite some time. With that said, let's get into the horror. I'm sorry you're bad at school, Specchio, but I'm glad you're catching up. We all have our own strengths and weaknesses, you know? Sounding Stone. Meow Cat Studio. Select the language you wish to play this game in. English, please. Whoa, that's a stare. Doesn't look like I can use controller. Oh, I love when moving through menus gives me nice sounds. I also like it when the volume for everything doesn't start off at 100%. There doesn't seem to be any other options. Okay, I can just press F4 to go to full screen. Good. LOL, I actually know about this game. I wonder if my PewDiePie knockoff guy played it. Your PewDiePie knockoff guy. I won't even ask. Something that my headmates like to do is stay on a title screen for a second, soak up the music. It's a simple way to acclimate yourself and just temper yourself for the experience. I kind of remember how some of the game went from when we played the demo, but it's a little hazy. I'm looking forward to it, but I am a little nervous. Because the last game from Sounding Stone that we played was relatable, considering it kind of talked about desirability, wanting to escape a lonely life, running away into escapism and stuff like that. And I know this game has to do with being new to a relationship, not knowing what you should do, trying to be your best self. and the fear of not truly knowing a person that you've made a commitment to be close to. Well, that's enough deliberating. Z, accept, investigate. X, cancel, open menu. F5, return to title screen. Oh wow, there's a legit just return to title screen button. This is a work of fiction. I'm Marty, a male college student. Not long ago, I was in a horrible car accident where I lost my parents, my only friend, and my memory. So I'm still adjusting to this life. Still, my life isn't all bad. Marty, I'm so happy you're here. I missed you so much. I just saw you yesterday, silly. I missed you, okay? I recently started going out with a girl. Her name is Sally and she's super cute. Though maybe a little clingy. She's like a little bunny. Today is Sally's birthday. She invited me to her house tonight to eat some homemade cookies. We've both been looking forward to this day. Here, this Nazar is for you. It's a talisman against evil. I brought it from that Exorcist. I swear it actually works. You mean Bruce? Aw, thanks. Huh? What's wrong? It just makes me feel nauseous. I don't think I can take this. I'm so sorry. I'll get you something else. No, I'm the one who should be sorry. I wasted your gift. This is not the first time Sally has turned down one of my gifts. I've never had another girlfriend, and I have no friends or family to ask, so I didn't know if this is normal. Am I really bad at choosing gifts? Well, I guess I should go back to the kitchen and bake the cookies. Let me give you a quick tour first, though. This is the bathroom. The kitchen's that way. Feel free to check out any of the other rooms. One exception, though. Don't ever open the door to my room. Got it? Oh, okay. Sure. Aw, such a good boy. Good boys like you get rewarded at night. What? What cookies, I mean? Okay. Oh, Marty, it's so easy to tell what you're thinking. Just like all the other guys. What? I didn't catch that last part. It's nothing. Sally's full name is Sarah Sweet, and she's a really nice girl, just like her name suggests. She's my girlfriend and I adore her, but somehow I feel she's hiding something from me. Like there's a side of her I don't know about. I guess I'll look around to pass the time. Okay, so first, The first thing I want to point out that I fully realized after that introduction, this is the main character from Loser Reborn, which means that he's a recurring character throughout the series, probably. And we don't see how he gets out of the hospital, which reminds me of like Evangelion or something. Not in a, well, actually, I guess Loser Reborn does tackle some of the same themes of Evangelion, at the very least with the escapism part. But a common trope, or I wouldn't even call it a trope, a common narrative route that's not just something covered in Evangelion but other anime series, is having a conflict that we skip over and we return to later, where it's like, oh, okay, this person survived it. We don't have to worry about the concept of, oh, did they get out? They survived. We just don't see how. But we see that there's an effect. And then we'll go back and see it later. Which would technically, we could technically do next week if I did physical exorcism next week. Which now I'm contemplating doing physical exorcism before I do Cannibal Boy. But I haven't decided yet. Regardless though, it is really interesting. And I think it's the logical next step after Loser Reborn for this story's central conflict, because Marty decided that he was going to continue with life. He wasn't just going to give up. He wasn't just going to fall into escapism and resign himself to die. But he has no friends or family. He has to rebuild a life, which is something me and my headmates are familiar with. Yay, relatability. Losing all the relationships you have, or all the core ones, and kind of having to build from scratch, and how terrifying that can be. The main character from Loser Reborn? Oh, you mean the egg. Depends on which path you choose. They give you a choice to be reincarnated in Loser Reborn as a girl or a guy. So for my playthrough, sure. But not for everyone's. That's a read. Considering the event we're glossing over is a fucking zombie apocalypse, I feel like that's an odd thing to gloss over. It's just a conflict. If we were talking about Evangelion, it's a giant robot battle that is lost, or a giant kaiju battle that if lost, the whole human race gets extinct. So, I mean, no matter what the stakes, I think glossing over is fine. But until today, you couldn't go from Loser to Reborn to this game, because this game wasn't out. And it's cool that I have the freedom to order the game experiences the way I want and craft my own story order. This thing reminds me of why Sally and I started going out. At the time, I was in the hospital recovering from the car accident, and she was a fellow inpatient there. That was where we suddenly got trapped in a crazy paranormal hazard. A bunch of people got possessed by evil spirits and went on to attack more people. Fortunately, someone called an exorcist named Bruce. Ah! Help! An evil spirit! Hey, you. Catch. Use it against that thing. Wow. Thank you so much. 1,000 will do. Huh? That Nazar is $1,000. Pay up. Wait, what? Anyway, thanks to Bruce's help, I not only survived, but also managed to save Sally. Maybe it was the suspension bridge effect, but very soon after that, Sally and I started going out. If you don't know, the suspension bridge effect is when you're in a anxiety, or I shouldn't even say anxiety. If you're in a situation that would make you nervous because of not even the concept. I guess I use the titular example. If you go on a suspension bridge with someone, you're more likely to form a bond with them because you went through a quote-unquote scary event together. The suspension bridge effect can be just like going on a roller coaster together. The more intense version of that would be trauma bonding. Although trauma bonding doesn't necessitate you go through trauma with that person, but connect through shared trauma or trauma you have in common. Though going through a near-death experience with someone can create the same effect. Some people would even say for a first date, taking someone on a suspension bridge or on a roller coaster or something that could get someone's heart racing, shit, even a Ferris wheel, could create the suspension bridge effect and make them more fond of you. A photo of Sally's mother. Sally once told me that she was never close to her mother as a child. Even now, they only see each other a few times a year. Sleeping pills. Apparently, Sally has been hospitalized in the chronic ward of the psychiatric department. She hasn't told me what her illness is exactly, but if she doesn't want to talk about it, I'm not gonna ask. She's entitled to her privacy after all. The scripture, the Grand Mistress's words. All men are created fools, and for this, they are full of uncertainty. Worship Naya, and embrace the precognitive dreams granted unto thee. Kill thy weak ego, and entrust thy future to Naya. Preparing thyself for thy future beeth the one true path to happiness. Precognitive dreams. This Naya can make people have dreams to tell the future? Imagine how sweet that would be. It could tell me how my relationship with Sally's gonna pan out. Wow, that's interesting. Not to be a broken record with Evangelion, but considering the AT field is like the ego, thinking about collapsing your ego is interesting. Especially because in Loser Reborn, Naya gives you the ability to collapse someone's ego and make someone essentially a mind slave to you. Which is kind of like what happens during instrumentality when you see someone that you have a strong connection with and want to be praised by, or have a sexual obsession with, I guess. And that's how you collapse your ego, because you basically want to sub to them or just be protected by them. And that's making me think of like childhood, technically, in the sense that uh one could say your ego hasn't developed until you get to a certain age because of like how people like grow and they become aware of things around them. Basically like the childhood development things of knowing that you yourself exist and you're separate from other people. I don't know what that's particularly called, but the formation of the ego was like very important for like being a person, right? And it's like important to autonomy. And Naya is all about reducing or destroying that autonomy. And shit, when we were working for her in the last game, anyone that wouldn't follow the rules that she had laid out, anyone who had imposed their ego onto the world and didn't listen to her, we were technically tasked with eradicating them. We were her agent of change. The oil painting, Naya's portrait. I don't know why, but this painting makes me feel uncomfortable. Naya. Naya? I've heard that name somewhere before. Yeah. I think it's the deity of that new religious movement that has a small but devoted following. Does Sally believe in this kind of thing? This sofa sure is comfortable, though. This one looks a bit like Sally. I guess Sally must have made these herself. She told me about this hobby before. I got this for you. You like to collect dolls, right? Oh dear. I'm sorry. I don't actually collect dolls at all. I just like to make them by hand. Oh. Oops. Thank you though, John. Oh, I mean Marty. John? Who's that? Nobody. I just said the wrong name. Sally has secrets. Secrets she can't tell me. Sally is holding a kitchen knife in her left hand, ready to chop up a big chocolate bar. But her hand is paused midair and she stares blankly ahead. Sally? 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 Huh? Marty? Are you okay? I just get distracted sometimes. It seems to happen a lot. If you're tired, you should get some rest. Yeah. Did you need anything? I was worried you'd get lonely, so I wanted to chat a bit. Oh, okay. What do you want to talk about? This doll resembles you a bit. Is it supposed to be you? It's supposed to be my sister. She's the one who made it. So your sister made this doll? What's she like? Her name is Sierra, which is similar to my name, Sarah. As a child, I was really attached to Sierra, always following her around and imitating everything she did. The reason I love making dolls is because that's what she loved. But Sierra eventually got annoyed, made me this Sierra doll and said, "Take this. Just don't follow me around anymore, okay? I hugged this doll and cried and cried and cried. Sierra doesn't want me anymore. Thinking back, I think Sierra must have hated me ever since we were little. Did something else happen between Sally and her sister? This is just me talking, but I feel like if she really hated you and didn't love you even a tiny bit, she wouldn't have made you the Sierra doll for you. Maybe you're right. But I'll never know what Sierra actually thought about me. Never. What does she mean by that? Why do you have that portrait of Naya? Do you believe in that religion? Well, that's what my mother believes in. My mother loved my father so much that... But he died when I was 3. After that, the cult consumed my mother's life. She paid a fortune to the Grand Mistress and neglected my sister and me. Oh, I see. So, I was a very lonely child. What do I say in this kind of situation? So, you're left-handed? Yes. You never noticed? Why do you like me? Well, probably because you're the most handsome guy I've ever met. Really? But no other girl has ever said I'm even remotely good looking. Well, I mean, after all, love is blind. Hey, well, I think you're super pretty too. Oh, sure. Because love sees no faults, right? No, I bet any guy would say you're really beautiful. Huh? The cookies you bake are amazing, and I love that you make me feel needed. I'm so lucky to be your boyfriend. It's like a dream. Aw, don't say that. You're making me blush. Okay, so pointing out that these are not good reasons. Like, relationship-wise. Also, starting off a relationship, you might not know a person super well, and that's fine. But just the kind of, like, denoting someone's looks as the main reason you like them is kind of not great. It implies that if they were to lose that, then you wouldn't like them anymore. Though, she does mention love is blind. Which is interesting because that could be taken as, I think you're handsome, but I think that because I'm into you. Like, makes me think of demisexuality in a way. Emotional connection can mean attraction. And although she said love is blind, I don't necessarily think she was trying to say that she loved him. But when you're in a romantic relationship, abstractly, stuff like love does come up. This is kind of like abusing a disabled person, right? The only reason Marty isn't seeing the mountain of red flags is because of his amnesia. I don't think it's his amnesia that's making him not see the red flags. I think that he's not recognizing the red flags because he doesn't have anything else. She's his only, like, relationship of any kind. His friend died. He has no family anymore. His family's dead. This is the only connection he has. He's in a very vulnerable position. I don't think the amnesia would necessarily make it much better. And I mean, they're both disabled. She's like chronically ill. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's straight up abuse. I will say there's red flags there. Definitely red flags. Though I'm sure it's gonna get worse. After a while, you just start getting your girl gift cards. Gosh. Defaulting to that would be like, oh yeah, I'm not putting any effort in anymore. Which I think would be kind of worse. The better thing is, instead of doing the thing where it's like, oh, I better try to pick a gift and surprise them, try to learn more about them. If he now knows that she likes making dolls, a sewing kit, some felt, anything that could help make more dolls, supplies for that could be a good gift, for example. But beyond that, actually asking the type of stuff that she likes would be nice. None of these questions, for example, have anything to do with that. That's why it's important to get to know people, not just romantic relationships either. Same thing with friendships and stuff. They're both trying their best, it seems. I've seen everything there is to see, and can't find anything more to chat about. But the cookies aren't ready yet. What should I do next? The only thing I haven't checked out is the door to Sally's room. This door it's calling to me. The more I try to ignore it, the more I want to open it. I chose not to open the door, but it wasn't because I respected Sally's privacy. I was just afraid. I was afraid of ruining our relationship. Of course, but even more of discovering what she was hiding. Marty, the cookies are done. Huh? Oh, right. You didn't open the door to my room, did you? Well, I almost opened it. That's fine then. Are they good? Oh man, so good. You could sell these. Aren't you gonna have any? It makes me happy just watching you eat. Besides, I can always make more for myself. What are you talking about? Today's your birthday, and your food tastes so much better when you eat it together. Come on, open up. Oh, okay. Ow. Good? Of course, I baked them myself. That's true. Marty, you're such a sweet and innocent guy. A guy like you shouldn't be dating me. What? Nothing. It's late. You should be getting home. Oh, yeah. I guess. You seem disappointed. Or did you want me to say, no one else is home tonight, you should stay over? No, I should really go. You're so cute. I love you. That's why I have to say goodbye, Marty. After that, Sally started avoiding me. She didn't reply to my messages or answer my calls. I thought about going to her house directly, but I didn't have the courage. I was afraid to ask her why she was distancing herself from me. whatever her reasons were. And so our relationship just faded out. If I had known this would happen, I would have opened that door back then. That way, at the very least, I might have known why things ended this way. But it doesn't matter now. Nobody can rewind time. Normal ending 1. Fade out. 10 ending scenes? Did I hear someone say they want to rewind time to salvage a relationship? Very well. I shall play Cupid for the two of you and grant you that wish with my precognitive dreams. Huh? When did I fall asleep on the sofa? I think I had some kind of long dream, but what did I dream about? I can't remember. Before I fell asleep, I think I was deciding whether or not to open this door. I don't know why, but I want to open it so badly. I just need to know what Sally's secrets are. This door, it's calling to me. The more I try to ignore it, the more I want to open it. I told you not to open the door to my room. Photo frames. That's a lot of photos. Whose photos are they? Who's this? Why does he look so much like me? Thank you though, John. I see. So this is John. Sally! I told you not to open the door to my room. John is your ex-boyfriend, isn't he? Yes. And my very first love. Oh. Huh. I knew it. Sally was very kind to me from the moment we met. I was always confused why such a sweet girl had noticed me. I guess I was just a substitute for John. So what happened? Did they break up? Where is John now? In heaven. What? 2 years ago today, my mother certainly came home for my birthday, which was a very rare thing. John and my sister were also here at the time. I was so happy, and I asked John to take the 4 of us for a drive. Oh no. Don't tell me there was an accident. Yeah. I was very lucky that I didn't get seriously injured. My mother was fine too. She only got knocked out, but my sister lay there dying. And it was even worse for John. His limbs had been torn off. All I could do was watch as he died. That's awful. Even now, I have dreams at night where I'm searching for John's arms and legs. I'm the one who killed John and my sister. So Sally lost everything in a car crash. Just like me. But in her case, her own memories have been tormenting her. Huh? Sally, that's not your fault, I promise. I don't know what to say, so I just hugged her. This time, Sally didn't reject my gesture. She just let me hold her, and her trembling body slowly calmed down. Are you okay? I'll admit that at first, I did see you as a substitute. Man, I thought I was prepared for this, but actually, hearing that from Sally's mouth hurts. But I've really come to care for you. I love your kindness and most of all, how straightforward and innocent you are. Yeah? I didn't know I had to tell you about John. I was afraid that telling you would put a wall between us. But if I didn't, I knew I'd brood over it forever. I'm so sorry, Marty. At first, all I could think about was how jealous I was that John still occupied such a big portion of Sally's heart. But now, Sally's tears had pushed that all out of my mind. I just wanted to comfort Sally, even if it meant pretending I didn't care about John. Thanks. I'm glad you told me about this, Sally. Huh? Who's your first love? And yet, you two were parted forever in such a traumatic way. I'm sure the hole John left in your heart will never really go away. I can't feel it. And I don't want to pretend your past with John never happened either. All I can do is try to make your future a little happier. After all, I'm your boyfriend. Now and always. Marty! Sally and I held each other tightly for a long, long time. Our relationship became even closer than before. And although my gut told me that there was actually more to Sally's secret than she let on, I was okay with that. Just as I was okay about Sally's past with John. I was willing to believe that Sally and I would live happily ever after. Normal ending too. 2 of 10. When did I fall asleep on the sofa? I think I had some kind of long dream, but what did I dream about? Can't remember. Before I fall asleep, I think I was deciding whether or not to open this door. Somehow I feel there's still more secrets behind this door. Still? What am I saying? I've never gone in this room. Okay, I guess I have to check it out. Photo frames. That's a lot of photos. Whose photos are they? The guy? He's pretty good looking. Who's this? Why does he look so much like me? And who's this? Why are these photos of these guys in Sally's room? They don't look like they're from a boy band, so who are they? How does Sally know them? Sally! I told you not to open the door to my room. I'm sorry, it's fine. I had to tell you sooner or later anyway. These photos, why are they so important to you? Because they're my exes. I won't lie, the word exes came as a shock to me. But Sally's such a great girl. I shouldn't be surprised if she's dated other guys. A good boyfriend should be understanding and accept her past. Hey, it's not a big deal. You don't need to hide it from me. Well, that's not all. Huh? They're all dead. Wait. What? All the guys I fell in love with died. Okay. You must think I'm crazy, but my mother told me ever since I was a child that the women of our bloodline are doomed to have our husbands die. That's why my father and my mother's father died early. I didn't believe it at first, but my first boyfriend died, and so did my second and third. all an accident, too. After that, I had to believe it was true. I'm afraid being with you will kill you one day, too. But I didn't know how to tell you why I was afraid. You must think I'm nuts for believing in something that crazy, right? The old me might have laughed and said Sally was being silly. But after surviving that paranormal hazard in the hospital, I now believe that some things in this world are beyond the reach of human understanding. And really, whether Sally is actually doomed to have her boyfriends die is besides the point. The bigger problem is that she blames herself for being responsible for their deaths. Sally, I can see how having all your boyfriends die in accidents would convince you that you're cursed. You must have suffered for so long and suffered so much, blaming yourself. Marty, your fear of me getting hurt shows just how much you care about me. But you had to bear this burden all on your own because you didn't know how to tell me. Sally, you're amazing. You're the bravest, most caring person I know. Marty, no one has ever been so understanding. I love you so much, Marty. But the more I love you, the more afraid I am of staying in this relationship. I'm really afraid of losing you. Whether you're really doomed to lose your boyfriends or not, I'm not afraid. But I understand though. If something happened to me, you blame yourself to death. Even if that chance is less than 1%, it's not fair if you end up torturing yourself. And that's why I have to leave the choice up to you, Sally. Do we stay in this relationship or not? If going out with me means ruining your life, maybe we should break up. Just knowing you're doing okay every time you post something online will be enough to make me happy, even if you aren't my boyfriend anymore. I see. You're such a nice guy. You deserve a better girl. Even if we break up, can I still keep loving you? You're so silly. So this is how my first love ended. I was heartbroken, but never showed it. I knew Sally would be watching me, and Sally would want to see me happy. So I pretended to be happy, because my happiness was Sally's happiness, and Sally's happiness was my happiness. My pretend happiness didn't seem so pretend anymore. Normal ending 3. Pretend happiness. Ending 3 of 10. Why did I fall asleep on the sofa? I think I had some kind of long dream, but what did I dream about? I can't remember. Before I fell asleep, I think I was trying to decide whether to open this door or not. This is deja vu. I really feel like I've opened this door before. I want to open the door and uncover Sally's secrets. Secrets, secrets, Sally's secrets. Photo frames. That's a lot of photos. Whose photos are they? That's cute. Yeah, that last ending was kind of heartfelt. Sally's secret is she sells seashells down by the seashore. Is this a photo of me? Wait. So this is what Sally was hiding? She was just too embarrassed to tell me she had a photo of me in her room. Aw, she's so cute. Hold on. Have I ever been photographed like this? Why does Sally have this photo? Did she take it secretly? Are the other photos of me too? Let's see. It is me. Wait, no it isn't. He just looks like me. What the heck? Oops. The photo fell out of the frame. Huh? There's some red writing on the back of this one. The most handsome guy ever. So Sally's secret is that she likes to sneak photos of hot guys? That's all. The windows are closed, so where's this wind coming from? It's pretty strong too, enough to blow the other two frames down? Those photos... Whose photos are the other two? Another handsome guy. Is there writing on the back? Body. And the other one? Of course, another good-looking guy. What's written on the back of this? Limbs? Okay. What about mine? What's written on the back? Head? What do these mean? Are they the best looking parts of our bodies? Sometimes I really can't figure out what Sally's thinking. Now that I think about it, we've actually only known each other for a short time. She's my girlfriend, but I don't know much about her. Was the wind blowing from there before? Huh? There's stairs going down? But Sally never said there was a basement in her house. What? Sally? I told you not to open the door to my room. Bad ending 1. Pandora's box. 4 of 10. What was that? Just a terrible nightmare? I dreamed I found some stairs to the basement in Sally's room. What happened before and after? Why can't I remember? I have to go and take a look. Shit. Look, it's just like in my dream. Sally's secrets must be at the bottom of these stairs. Why am I so nervous, though? It's just a basement, right? Is Sally really the Sally I know? It stinks. What's that stench? I'm down here already. I can't go back without at least taking a look. What's that? A pair of feet? Could it be a dead body? Oh, it really is a dead body. A man with no head. Wait, there's something weird about this corpse. A closer look reveals that the limbs are sewn onto the body with thread. What's more, the skin tone of the limbs and body don't match, suggesting that it's been put together with pieces from different men. Why is there a dead body like this in Sally's house? Who killed these people? Who sewed them together? And why? Whatever, I gotta get out of here. Wielding a kitchen knife in her right hand, Sally stabs me in the stomach. I told you not to open the door to my room. The cold blade slices my throat this time. Sally straddles me and lays herself on me. A writhing tongue slinks out of her mouth. And she proceeds to lick and suck on my face. I want to scream, but I can't. John, you're such a tease. Why were you hiding from me? Don't you have any idea how much I missed you? This girl can't be Sally. Who the heck is she? Or was the Sally I knew just an ad from the beginning? Was there a persona this girl made up? John! You don't have to wait anymore. I'll separate you from this useless guy right away. The girl raises the kitchen knife up high and thrusts it with all her might into my throat. The final piece I need. Ada. Soon I'll be done sewing up my love. Bad ending too. The final piece. Number of endings scene. 5 of 10. Was that just a terrible nightmare? I dreamed I found the stairs to the basement in Sally's room, but what happened after? Why can't I remember? I have to go in and take a look. Is this deja vu? I really feel like I've gone down these stairs before. The stench. This hallway. Have I been here before? It's a dead body without a head. Why is there a dead body like this in Sally's house? What are those things on the table? I'll at least take a look before I go. It's a group photo of 3 people. Who's this guy in the middle? Why does he look so much like me? Thank you though, John. I see. So this must be John. And the one that's is Sally. And the other one is... Sally again? What the heck? How come there are 2 Sallys? Her name is Sierra, which is similar to my name, Sierra. I'm the one who killed John and my sister. Wait, maybe it's Sally's sister Sierra? The one who passed away in the car accident? So, they were twins. Huh. Wait, why did Sally tell me their sister died in a car accident? I think I heard that from her, but I can't remember when. Why am I always like this lately? Ah, The photo fell out of the... Huh? There's some red writing on the back. John checklist. Body. Limbs. Head. So Sally's secrets are way worse than I thought. Okay. So she's not even dating me as a substitute for her ex. She just wants me as a piece to recreate John? Crap! It's Sally. I told you not to open the door to my room. Well, I guess this is a good time as any. Sally slowly raises her right hand to reveal the kitchen knife clutched in it. Her right hand! Sally was left-handed. In that moment, I got a funny feeling that something was out of place. But that feeling was immediately overtaken by fear. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez! John, I just need to grab your head. Don't panic. I have to calm down, and quick. I hastily take 2 deep breaths. What? Are you getting ready to die? I saw a video online that said this distance, even a police officer with a gun is no match for an opponent with a knife. So all I have to do now is run for it. I violently fling the photo frame at Sally's face. Ah! Yeah! Up the stairs and out of Sally's room, I tumbled out and scrambled my way up the front door and burst out. It was then that somehow I realized what had felt out of place. She was holding a kitchen knife in her left hand, ready to chop up a chocolate bar. Sally's left-handed. Why does she have a knife in her right hand? Suddenly a sound comes from the door behind me. I'm panicking, thinking that Sally is coming after me, but instead it sounds like 2 girls fighting? What? How? Is that you, Sierra? Sierra, what are you doing with the knife? Well, where's Marty? Get off of me, Sally. What the heck is going on? Does this mean it wasn't Sally who pulled the knife on me? Or is this a Sierra? I thought Sierra was already dead. Out of my way, or I'll... Ah! Sally. I'm sorry, Sally. Maybe I should have opened the door and rushed in to save Sally, but I was too panicked and scared in that moment. After running a few blocks, I found a police station on the side of the road. I rushed the officers for help and asked them to follow me back to Sally's house. But maybe I was too incoherent with panic. Or maybe my explanation didn't make Sally sound threatening enough. The officers thought it was just another couple spat, and didn't understand how serious the situation was. When they finally half-heartedly agreed to come with me, there was no one at Sally's house anymore. Only the headless corpse in the basement proved the horror that had taken place. Man nearly killed after finding headless corpse in girlfriend's home. A few days ago, a man visiting his girlfriend found a dead male body with no head in her house and was nearly killed. He fled to the nearby police station for help. The coward. The suspect is still at large. Police are asking for any information from the public. Was it Sally who tried to kill me that day? Or was it Sierra who's supposed to be dead? The police still haven't found her. For the past few days, I've been living in fear. Because that day when I took the officer to the basement, only the corpse was there. Sally disappeared. Sierra disappeared. The knife disappeared. And the John checklist disappeared too. The police were looking for her, and she was looking for me. She's still looking for John's final piece. Who is she? What is she exactly? And where could she be now? It looks like my questions are about to be answered. Because right now she's abandoning 3 in front of my house. 6 out of 10. Oh my gosh, this is like fucking Higurashi. Was that just a terrible nightmare? I dreamed I found some stairs to the basement of Sally's room, but what happened before and after? Why can't I remember? I have to go in and take a look. 6 to 9, 6 9 endings unlocked. Wow. The stairs, the basement, the headless corpse. Somehow, everything appears just as I expect. What is this? A B-horror movie? Or some horror adventure game? After this, I doubt I'll find anything that'll surprise me. Sierra's diary. People still writing diaries in this day and age? The newest entries are pretty recent, too. Sierra. Isn't that Sally's sister? John, I miss you so much. Where are you? Why are you hiding from me? I found you, John! Did you really think I wouldn't find you if you hid yourself in Sally's boyfriend? As long as I pretend to be Sally, the guy lets his guard down around me. But of course, Sally's boyfriend is just as stupid as Sally. John is back with me again. But after a closer look, it's just the body that belongs to John, not the limbs or head. I don't need those pieces that aren't John's. I'll take them into the hills behind the house and bury them. There's a remote place. Nobody will find the body parts. I just have to bury them nice and deep so the stray dogs don't dig them up. Then I need to go and find the rest of John. But I swear I will. I take back what I said earlier. This is way more than just surprising. This Sierra is crazy. But how could she have managed to fool Sally's boyfriend just by pretending to be Sally? Maybe they look alike? Or maybe they're twins? But somehow I remember Sally saying that Sierra died in a car accident. Does Sally have some kind of reason to hide the fact Sierra is alive? Or maybe... could it be that Sally doesn't know Sierra is alive? Is that even possible? Wait. If that's true, could it be possible that the Sierra girl is the one dating me? Pretending to be Sally? Is the girl I saw today really Sally? Oh no, she's coming! I told you not to open the door to my room. Are you Sally or Sierra? Who the heck are you? Aw, silly. I know you know already. She slowly raises her right hand to reveal a kitchen knife. I've heard that even identical twins can have different dominant hands. I knew it! You're not Sally! Sally's left-handed. Okay, fine. You realize I'm not Sally, but so what? So take this! Yeet! I throw the diary as hard as I can at Sierra's face. Ah! Yeah! I tumbled and scrambled my way to the front door and burst out. Wait, what about Sally? Is she still in the house with that crazy murderer? Damn it! Why didn't I think of Sally sooner? Suddenly a sound comes from behind me. What? How? Is that you, Sierra? Sierra, what are you doing with the knife? Where's Marty? Let me go, Sally. No way, I won't let you go. Out of my way or I'll... Ah! Sally. Marty, run! What have you done to Sally? I'll kill you! What? There's only one person in sight. Sierra. With the knife in her hand stained with blood. Her hand is paused in midair and she stares blankly ahead. Hey, you! Well. It's you. I thought you ran away. Where's Sally? What did you do to her? She bought time for you. Why would you waste that by coming back to die? You're just as stupid as her exes. You monster! I raised my arms to defend myself from the knife, but I got slashed. Ha! Such a loser. I feel a surge of aggression at these words. Shut the hell up! Ah! Sierra's knocked down, and the back of her head slams against the edge of the cabinet. How dare you hurt Sally, you monster! Cursing loudly, I ran my foot into her several times. Sierra does not resist at all and lies there, unmoving in a grotesque position. Hey! Why aren't you moving? All I did was kick her a few times. Okay, whatever. I should go find Sally right now. Sally! Sally! But no matter how hard I look for Sally, she's nowhere to be found. So tell me what happened. Who sliced your arm that day? My girlfriend Sally's sister Sierra. Let me get this straight. You fought back against this Sierra in self-defense and killed her by accident? What? She's dead? Yes. How could this happen? Calm down. Do you know who put together the headless corpse in the basement? It was Sierra. She killed Sally's ex-boyfriends and sewed their body parts together. She was gonna kill me too. Sierra again? That's right. Is something wrong? Your testimony doesn't match the facts at all. What do you mean? Sierra, the girl you mentioned, died in a car accident 2 years ago. An official death certificate was issued. She's most certainly dead. Then who the hell tried to kill me? And who was that? Wait. No. According to some dental records, the identity of the deceased was Miss Sarah Sweet. That's not possible! I really did! Here, I heard Sally and Sarah arguing. I just... Sierra definitely stabbed Sally with a knife and... Please, I need you to calm down. I'm sorry to say this, but based on the evidence at hand, there were only 2 people in that house that day. You and Miss Sarah Sweet. There has to be a mistake. It's just not possible. Huh? Sierra, she's right there. Excuse me? John. Ah! There you are, John. Or should I say, John's final piece. Stay the heck away from me! Bad ending 4. Phantom. 7 of 10 endings. Listen up. I'm only gonna say this once. You have to thrust the Nazar right into the eyes of an evil spirit. Got it, but why? A vindictive evil spirit can curse a human with just its gaze. A Nazar works by repelling the malice in that gaze, giving the evil spirit a taste of its own medicine. I think I had 2 dreams. One seems to have been a nightmare. The other one was... well, I don't remember. But somehow I feel like I should hold on to that Nazar. Oh no, you were right, Lily. It's just a supernatural headmate. Sally's secret is that she's possessed by her twin sister. Which is even stronger reference to dissociative identity disorder. And I love how it was like, I did hear Sierra and Sarah fighting. And it's like, haha, did. D-I-D. Get it? I don't know if it was purposeful or not, but, well, I think the did being in all caps was purposeful. What I was gonna say is, I'm not sure if it's purposeful, that this is the way this, like, body sharing is happening. Considering that, especially before, like, there was any sort of, like, modern understanding of plurality or dissociative identity disorder. And honestly, even still now, in, like, heavily religious communities, headmates are assumed to be evil spirits or demons possessing someone. And I'll say, just for the record, I don't necessarily find plot points in stories that have a supernatural headmate to be immediately offensive. Though I am, like my headmates, kind of tired of murder headmate being the go-to for any horror game that has to do with sharing a body and a supernatural sense of multiplicity. And this isn't the only game that has it, obviously. Dusk is worried that a game that he's really into, that he wants to finish soon, has it. One of our favorite games has it, or one of my headmates' favorite games has it. It's just really common. There's another game with multiplicity that has some body sharing that's a ghost as well, though it ends in a way that's not so typical. So we appreciate that. I guess I'll paraphrase Aeneas Sarkeesian and say, I'm not against the use of the trope, I'm just tired of the trope being so overused. But considering I'm about to be on ending or Route 8, I doubt that just exorcising Sierra will be the end of our troubles. Maybe we'll be able to help her find peace. Maybe reunite her with John's spirit. Wow. The stairs, the basement, the headless corpse. Somehow, everything appears just as I expected. What is this, a B-horror movie or some horror adventure game? After this, I doubt anything I find will surprise me. There are 2 diaries here. That one is newer, and this one looks relatively old. I'll take a look at this older one. Sierra's diary. It belongs to Sally's sister? Didn't her sister die in a car accident 2 years ago? On Sally's birthday, too. Anyway, let's see what the diary says. I'm sorry, Sally. I only said that because I was angry. I didn't really mean I don't want you anymore. Sally said that Sierra must have hated her ever since they were children, but I guess she was mistaken. So, what went wrong with their relationship? I was the one who fell in love with John first. How dare Sally confess her love for him? I may have never said anything, but how could she have not noticed? Looks like this entry was written in middle school. So it sounds like Sierra started hating Sally because they fell in love with the same guy. How time flies. Sally has now been dating John for 5 years. But I've never once spoken out about my feelings for him. Sally used to be such a crybaby and a tag-along, but now she's a confident woman who speaks for herself. Meanwhile, I'm still a girl who makes dolls to keep herself company. And to pretend I don't need to be loved. I've been so full of anger and jealousy towards Sally, but she's always been good to me. I hate how narrow-minded and ugly I am compared to my sister. So she hates Sally or not? Maybe she had mixed feelings of both hate and love? Tomorrow is her birthday. Mom came home for the occasion. That never happens. Sally and John are also looking forward to the outing tomorrow. If I take this opportunity to confess everything to them, maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to let go of my feelings for John. And that's when they ended up in a car accident. Oh, jeez. Why? Why? Huh? Why is Sally the one who survived? Why is Sierra the one who died? This diary, there's more to it. John, why did you disappear? I'll look for you. I'll find you, and I'll kill whoever gets in my way. Her hands pause in midair and stares directly ahead. Does this mean Sierra became an evil spirit and possessed Sally to do all those horrible things? I take out the Nazari amulet. I'm gonna save you, Sally. I'll send a message to Bruce just in case. Sally is possessed. Please save her. If I die, everything I own is yours. As long as he smells money, he'll definitely come. This way I'm all set. She's coming. Okay, bring it. I told you not to open the door to my room. This isn't your room. And the body isn't yours. It's Sally's. I used an Azar amulet. Did it work? Ah! What? That thing wards off evil spirits, doesn't it? Unfortunately for you, I'm not an evil spirit. You're not an evil spirit. What? What the heck are you? Why don't you guess? I'm stabbed several times in the abdomen, and the wounds feel like they're burning. I break out in a cold sweat and feel the body, my body, she's draining away. Does it hurt? Then maybe I'll put you out of your misery. Sierra raises her right hand, ready to slash my throat open. What? But the knife doesn't come down. Someone grabs Sierra's arm. And that's none other than Sierra herself. Her left hand has her right wrist clutched firmly, stopping the knife. I didn't expect you to wake up. This is the first time we're awake at the same time, isn't it? Is that you, Sally? What? How? Is that you, Sierra? Sierra, what are you doing with a knife? Why are you stabbing Marty? Why? Because I want to remove John's final piece from him. What? You always have dreams where you're searching for John's arms and legs, don't you? Did you really think those were just dreams? So, all those dreams were true. That's right. You strangled your boyfriends in bed, dismembered them in the bathtub, and sewed them up here. It's all true. So, it really was me who caused their deaths. Caused their deaths? You murdered them! No, Did you really believe it was because of some stupid curse? Don't play dumb. You know you did it. In their most vulnerable moment, you strangled them both to death with your own hands. Like a Black Widow spider. You're the one who did it, not me. What are you talking about? After all this, you still want to blame me for everything? I am you! Don't say that. Sally, don't listen to her nonsense. And now you're about to kill Marty. No. Sally's left hand, the one holding onto her right, suddenly gets stronger. Marty, run! Stop resisting. Sierra breaks free of Sally's left hand and slashes her left elbow. Ah! The scene almost looks oddly comical. But I know that Sally is being attacked because she's trying to buy more time. Sally! Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself? Move. Get moving. Oh, my head is spinning. I'm bleeding too much. I was about to... Huh? At that moment, Sally suddenly takes a deep breath. What do you think you're doing? Ah! Sally grabs her right hand again with her left, and she holds her right wrist in a firm grip and points the tip of the knife at her own throat. What? Are you crazy? If you kill me, you'll die too! Marty, thank you for loving a girl like me. Wait! Okay, I'll let Marty... Sierra, even if you let Marty go, I'm not gonna let you off. I'm ending all of this, along with you. Stop! Don't be stupid, Sally! Forget about me. Find someone who truly deserves your love. No! Sally jams the tip of the knife into the right side of her throat. The pain is so severe that her hands instantly go limp. But she regains her grip on the knife and slashes her throat hard to the left. Sally. What? Sally! This can't be. Sally. Is this hospital? Bruce? You're... I'm Brucey's partner, Jade. Don't you remember who I am? Right. Sorry. I'm just a little confused right now. Where's Sally? Well, Sally's... Ta-da! Oh my gosh! Sally, I'm so relieved you're okay. Yeah. It was a miracle. Bruce got your message and came to the house just in time to save us. I knew you'd come through for us, Bruce. So, what happened to Sierra? I'm not really sure either, but Bruce got rid of her. I never expected I'd say goodbye to my sister like this. But then, you'll never be able to reconcile with your sister. It's fine, Marty. Everything's fine. None of this really matters anymore. What? You're right. I'm here. You're here with me. What else could be more important than that? Who is he talking to? Who else? The princess he failed to save, of course. Unfortunately, what he's seeing wasn't actually Sally's spirit, but only a phantom he created to escape reality. It's probably post-traumatic stress disorder plus visual and auditory hallucinations. All that just because one girlfriend died? That boy sure was infatuated. Well, when he met her, he just lost his parents, his only friend, and his memory. Even worse, as soon as he woke up in the hospital, he was thrown into that paranormal hazard. It makes sense that he turned to Sally for emotional support to get through his desperate situation. can't blame him if he can't live without Sally. If I die, you'll become like that too? Wake up. You're not my girlfriend. Well, I can't do anything for him now. We're too late. What are you talking about? As long as he stays in that state, they'll always be together, till death do them part. I'd say we came at just the right time to witness this magical moment. Congratulations, then, I guess. Bad ending 5. Till death do them part. Number of ending scene, 8 out of 10. Okay, so that ending is actually really interesting. Cause, wow. Hold on. I hope you understand now how Nazars deal with evil spirits. Okay, but are there any evil spirits out there that are so strong that Nazar won't do anything? Of course. What kind of evil spirits? Before answering that, let me ask you a question. Why are humans afraid of evil spirits? Well, because they can levitate and go through walls? Walk through walls, disappear, and fly? They're much more unique than the other guys? Plus, they cast deadly curses and kill humans? But there are certain evil spirits that can't levitate or go through walls, or even cast deadly curses. But they've killed far more humans than any ordinary evil spirit. Can you tell what those are? You mean humans? Huh, so your brain actually works. Okay then, Mr. Exorcist. How do we deal with that type of evil spirit? Simple. Just act even crazier than the evil spirit. I think I had 2 dreams. One seems to be a nightmare. The other one was, well, I don't remember. All I remember is something about acting crazier than the evil spirit. Okay, so having the plot twist of actually DID headmate caused through trauma, giving you an interject of your dead sister, is actually an interesting second plot or third plot. This game is just plot twist after plot twist, honestly. I thought it was very interesting. And reinforcing what Lily said with having your girlfriends as a headmate as poggers, actually, it is possible to have a headmate that never fronts, so that does count as a headmate. Yeah, I agree. Welcome to Stream Cookie. I'm playing Extra Case, My Girlfriend's Secrets. My girlfriend has tons of secrets, apparently. Very good. No endings take place in hell. So far. Ooh, excuse me. And now, with that last ending and how she died and stuff, I was thinking of a Charon game. Not Charon as in our headmate. Charon as in a game developer who makes a bunch of yandere games. One of which we'll be playing this season on the Fluff by Entertainment system. So eventually you'll see the similarities. Yandere girlfriend with a Yandere girlfriend headmate who's is stopped by the sweet girlfriend that Yandere is herself. Interesting. Menhera Saliadev? Yep, Menhera Saliadev. Drizzle already started doing research on for doing an essay for it. Surely the sister was always a headmaid? No. I'm pretty sure the sister became a headmaid when she died. I don't know how to tell you this, but you can get headmates through trauma. So like, any singlets watching this right now, you can develop headmates in all sorts of ways. You can become plural through, well, topomancy, through just random occurrence, having a dormant headmate you never knew was even there, or of course through trauma. Of course, we don't accept the medicalized view of multiplicity as inherent to all systemhood, but ow! Stop poking me in the eye! Damn it! Thank you. You can get headmates through trauma. It is a very common way. And although we don't want even the headmates we have because of trauma to be, what's the word, to be defined only by their origin, they deserve to live full lives. It is a thing that happens. Funny how things can change and then be different than before. The way the diary was written seemed to hint that they had the same body. It said 2 diaries. And look, there's 2 beds. I'm pretty sure she literally physically did have a sister. And people do develop introjets all the time. Wow. The stairs, the basement, the headless corpse. Somehow, everything is just as I expected. What is this? A B-horror movie? Or some horror adventure game? After this, I doubt I'll find anything that'll surprise me. Consultation notes. Sarah Sweet. What are these, medical records or something? These aren't from some medical examination. How could such an important document be left here? The client is a 20-year-old college student. When she was very young, she lost her father. Her mother did not show her adequate love, and she was rejected by her sister. The reason she sought my consultation was that she witnessed the tragic death of her sister and boyfriend in a car accident and developed post-traumatic stress syndrome, suspected to be accompanied by dissociative amnesia. Dissociative amnesia? Okay, so apparently it's a condition where the person loses certain painful memories to protect themselves. The initial consultation revealed that the client tends to suppress herself and cater to others, believing she does not deserve to be loved. This could be a result of her lonely childhood. Her boyfriend John's love for her could have provided a corrective emotional experience, but the client believes she caused his death, making her even less accepting of herself. Maybe for Sally, John was the first person who ever gave her love. She must have hated herself for causing his death. A few days ago, while sorting through her sister's belongings, the client read her sister's diary and realized she had never been aware of her sister's feelings, exacerbating her dissociative symptoms. What happens when the symptoms become exacerbated? The client's behavior today was unusual and showed strong aggressiveness. Afterwards, she called to apologize. However, the reason for the apology was because she had forgotten about the appointment and didn't show up. Wait, this. It was confirmed that she had no memory of the consultation today. This may be a sign of dissociative identity disorder and should be monitored. The symptom. But her hand paused in midair and she stares blankly ahead. Could this be what they call a split personality? The client has a new boyfriend. This could be seen as her first step out of trauma. But today she said in a panic that she realized someone was continuing her sister's diary. She feared it was her sister haunting her. The therapist read the diary with her consent and found the tone of the new entries was closer than that of the client's altered personality than her sister's. The degree to which her alter is involved in her client's life should be observed. The degree of involvement, huh? An awful lot, I'd say. She couldn't accept John's death, so she wanted to reconstruct him. And she chose to make him out of her boyfriends, including me. So my girlfriend really is a psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa better. Somehow, I'm not very scared. After all, the one who did all this was Sally's alter. And the love I felt from Sally was definitely real. After that, the cult consumed my mother's life. Thinking back, I think Sierra must have hated me ever since we were little. Her boyfriend John's love had provided a corrective. Sally has trouble accepting herself because she lacked love in her childhood. I may not be able to give her enough love to make up for that, but even so, I swear I will. Okay, before I make this decision. Oh, wow. So, Sounding Stone seems to have done their research. I appreciate when research is done. Murder Headmate is still a thing, so my observation from a few endings ago is still intact. Though, the fact that they're building up all this and they're doing so much with it, and it's not a throwaway part of the story, makes me feel at least a little bit better. And I'm curious to see how it will end. I would, for once, like to see a story with a, quote, murder headmate, or, in general, a problematic headmate, end with coexistence. Because the thing is, so often this is a plot point in a story where the good ending or the resolution always ends up being getting rid of or locking up the headmate. Drizzle even played a game earlier this year that she plans to do a video essay on that she feels a little bit less than great about, that she has to comment on, that also had a evil headmate that in the good ending talks about being betrayed when they're eradicated, or rather subdued. and it's just like such a prevalent thing. And I think that the problem we have with the trope overall at this point isn't so much the classification of, or the framing of a problematic or violent headmate as the only way that there can be any goodness happening, that they need to die or be repressed or be whatevered, or I guess in the other game that I just mentioned, yes, integrated. The All the stories, especially the games that we've played, that have had an effect on us, but also hurt us a lot, that end up having these plot points, and a lot of them horror stories. The thing that fucked us up about them was two things: that there was no path forward for a healthy way to coexist with the problematic headmate, which reinforces the notion that, from a medical context, especially, that the only way to help someone with DID or multiplicity is to make them or to try to make them someone instead of someone's, to cure them, quote unquote, and that a headmate can't change. And that's something that we try to iterate to other systems too, because given that there's not a lot of reflections in society that show that, sorry, there's not a lot of reflections in media that show that headmates can get better. And that a lot of systems, especially the quote unquote host or person who feels most ownership of the body before they realize that they're sharing it, feel like a loss of control and get scared about, is that not only do they have to cohabitate with someone they don't trust necessarily, but also that this person they don't trust will ruin their life. Shit, we have trauma from helping a system try to mitigate a problematic headmate in their system that they did by internally killing that headmate. Of course, when you do a internal execution, you disperse the headmate. That doesn't necessarily mean they leave. They can reconstitute themselves after a certain amount of time. But it's still painful and traumatic, and will have everlasting effects on them and the entire system. So we, of course, don't recommend it. And if people go about their lives believing that the only way to help a system is to integrate or get rid of a headmate, it can create more problems down the line, because if that headmate comes back, they'll have trauma even if they aren't as much of a threat anymore, and that's more trauma to deal with. Or they'll cause more strife and distrust in the system, because now headmates could be worried that if they step out of line, that they'll be eradicated. And healthy coexistence should be the goal. At least that's what we think. And so stories that don't allow for healing, or frame healing as only being possible by getting rid of a headmate, leave a really bad taste in our mouth for what it means for most people. Especially because most people's experience of multiplicity is going to come from media before it comes from knowing other systems. Which is also why we do what we do. And ironically, there was no way for us to know that this story was going to have anything to do with multiplicity. And the fact that we reached out to Sounding Stone specifically to play this game on this specific day is just like some type of fucking cosmic irony, because holy shit. We're really glad we ran into this. No matter how it ends, it allows us to forward this it allows us to forward this message, to contemplate it, to talk about it with people, and to hopefully get more people to understand why we think it's harmful. Though again, I'll reiterate, I will iterate that I don't think it shouldn't exist. Great point for a conversation, and I think that the next step for for the understanding of multiplicity and media literacy about multiplicity, the next step for understanding and like bridging the gap will be going from not just, oh, I did research and I put a multiplicity in the story and I had to have this as an element of like internal strife and pain and a war within, and exposing trauma and letting people know that this can happen. Because legit, I mean, hopefully, obviously, anyone could be a murderer. There's literally a movie that came out not even that long ago about the first person who was part of a system in which the system got off of murder charges because of being a system. So it's not unprecedented, but it is an anomaly. It is not the norm. And most problematic headmates are not going to kill people. They might hurt your relationships, but a lot of strife and problems that happen within systems come from not seeing eye to eye with putting someone in a box and saying you're a bad person, and there's no getting around that. We need to get rid of you or put you up, which puts someone on the defensive. And shit, that almost happened with us with Glitch, but luckily things are okay, more than okay. Let me read back up from chat. Oh, I forgot the story about how her sister made a doll for Sally. Okay, she's an interject. It's kind of scary if it was another version of me. And that's what everyone fears. And I think that's also I guess, even more what we care about, letting people understand that a headmate isn't you, it's another person. And because of thinking that you're the same person, or not even being given a chance to grow, especially with systems that just realize that they are systems, it comes to be like, okay, what's the difference between us? A lot of times it's like, oh, this is just me, but X. Perfect example, Fantasia Bite used to be defined as, or we used to think of her as, Drizzle, but as a kid and fully accepting of their trans identity from kid age. Shit, I was Drizzle, but an angry guy. Things change. People change. And if you give people space and allow them to discover themselves, then you don't get just a photocopy fruit dragon. You get a weird, cute goat guy, I guess. My point is, it's okay for you to be scared, even thinking about that, but also know that It doesn't have to end with that fear. As stereotypical as it is, the worst thing we have to fear is fear itself. Because fear can make us do terrible things. And people tend to fear most what they don't understand. And of course, like the whole cryptid concept of doppelgangers doesn't help. Oh, by the way, the Karen game dev is Karen. On their webpage, it's Karen. Ah, I see. Thank you. I hope it ends with cuddles. That would be nice. Diplomacy would be so easy if you only ever had to negotiate with your friends and not your enemies. Good point. Sierra just needs some head pats. I'm writing a story about learning to get better with a headmate. Or a spirit headmate, rather. I see. I think you would like Avengers Earth's Mightiest Hero. You would like how the Hulk and Banner coexist, not erase each other. We've been meaning to read, what was it? There's a Hulk series that's all about their multiplicity. This technically like a weird horror series. It's like Eternal Hulk or something. I forget what it's called. God, I wish I could recommend Deadly Premonition to y'all. We might get around to Deadly Premonition eventually. Whatchamacallit, there's a game with trans rep in it that was made by the same dev that we tried to play before but fell off of because Drizzle did a whole like stream with the mic muted and got really sad about it and didn't want to start it over. And yeah, dev problematic or dev made some kind of fucked up representation in the game, or Deadly Premonition 1 and 2, or I guess Deadly Premonition 1 was better than 2 in terms of that. So it's not off the table. The only way to help someone with DID is to give them all the hugs and kisses and validation and love and affection. Were there headmates in Deadly Premonition? Oh wait, yeah, now I remember. So this Deadly Premonition franchise is built on transphobia. Yeah, I hear. I like the Hawk. I love when he's well written. Yeah, it's a real tragedy. I really like that first game. Deadly Premonition just has straight up wholesome plural rep. Wholesome plural rep and terrible transphobia. Whew, match made in heaven, I guess. I'm assuming some plural stuff in this game that was a bit hitting close to home. I guess you fell off a little bit, Issy. You might have to just watch the VOD. Going into it fully would take way too much time. Ah, you just get back through an explanation. Gotcha. Ah, that. Yeah, I can see how that's trauma feeling to see in media again. Drizzle but angry guy is adorable and great. Not when at one point I choked their best friend. Definitely not then. Not to undermine it, I appreciate the accolades, but I was scary when we were younger. At least Dust got to be an imaginary friend and playfully evil. He was LARPing. I actually caused some very real damage, which is part of why I became a operator in our system, because I didn't want to be in the front. I didn't want to exist. And other stuff happened way later in life that made me not want to front because I felt weak and manipulatable. or liable to make us unsafe. So I felt it was best that I never front. And so I want to support from the background. And here I am fronting and facing that scariness head on. Gosh. It's almost like fate that I ended up playing this game. I have enough in common with Sierra to be really affected by this. Drizzle is basically a spawner for great people. Drizzle is definitely giving me space to be myself and grow as a person, that's for sure. Hey, cuteness is valid. Thou earned it by becoming a better person. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you a goat or a demon or demon goat? I guess we'll just have to find out together. Now won't we? Also, eggs are valid, yes. Whew, that was a hell of an aside. Huh? What's that at the bottom? That's weird. Something timed out. Hold on. I don't see how I can stop that from coming up. So I guess we'll just have that and kind of ignore it, I guess. I mean, it's not technically blocking the screen. Oh, actually it is on the screen. Connection timeout. Go flare for more information. What is that? I would love to figure out what that is. It is actually bleeding onto the screen. I think these are cloud flare. I think these are some of the talking thingies. Yep, figured out what they were. It's nice to have curiosity sometimes. These are talking thingies for different people who've been on our stream before. They're usually just up because there's no point in turning them off because they're not usually on our streams or even in our server, so it wasn't something that we had to deal with. Alright, they're all gone. Wow. That wasn't too scuffed. But nah, I wasn't playing it in browser. That wasn't part of the game. That was the OBS plugin thingy. I'll deal with that later when I need to. Anyway, back to loving her. No matter what, I'll continue to love her. It's my choice. I won't let anyone stop me. I can't live without Sally in my life anymore. She's coming. Go ahead and come. I told you not to open the door to my room. Your room, huh? You're not Sally. But you're not Sierra either. Oh? You're a shadow. That part of Sally that she refuses to accept. You're her alter. It doesn't matter who I am. The only thing that matters is that soon I'll have someone who loves me because my John is about to be complete. It's fine if no one loves me. I just need to sew one that does for myself. I just need to sew one that does for myself. That's what Sierra taught Sally. And that's what Sierra taught me. Remember what I said? I took out Sierra's doll. If Sierra really didn't have any love for you, she wouldn't have made this doll for you at all. And now there's a guy who loves you standing right in front of you. Why do you pretend like you don't see him? Oops. Sorry, I'm not talking to you, Alter. Wake up, Sally. I'm trying to get through to you. You think you can wake up Sleeping Beauty with that bullshit? What are you, Prince Charming? Or some protagonist in a dating sim? Sally's altar slowly raises her right hand to reveal a kitchen knife. It's better if we never speak again. You'll be more attractive that way. Simple, just act even crazier than the evil spirits. I spread out my arms, ready to embrace the altar's knife. What? Sally, if you don't wake up soon, another one of your boyfriends is gonna be butchered. Are you really okay with that? That's right. I'm using emotional blackmail. The hell? You're crazy. What? The knife pierces through the skin of my midriff. Well, the cut's not deep. Someone's grabbed the altar's hand. And that is none other than... Sally, it's you. Sally's left hand has her right hand clutched firmly, stopping the knife. I can't believe this bullshit really woke you up. Call it what you want, but open my eyes. I shouldn't think I'm inferior and unloved. You've been playing the tragic heroine for 20 years, and now you want to change yourself? Isn't that just a little too convenient? Who do you think you are? Who do I think I am? Of course. I am you. And I won't allow that part of me to kill any more of my boyfriends. Sally puts more force in her left hand and suppresses the right hand controlled by her altar. Don't be fooled. he doesn't really love you. He's just hungry for your body. Like all the other guys. Uh-huh. Sally's left hand falters slightly. As a healthy, functioning guy, I'll admit, I love Sally for her body just as much as her mind. What's wrong with being hungry for her body? Jeez, Marty, do you have to say that out loud? Then tell me if you're so hungry. Are you really okay with the fact that she didn't save herself for you? As a healthy guy, you say you don't mind that at all. Marty? Oh, come on. What is this, the Middle Ages? Look, I don't even mind that Sally killed a couple of guys. Why would I care about her virginity? Are you kidding? Like, that's supposed to make me feel better? Sally pokes a knife into me a little. Sorry about that. If you're unsure, I can comfort you. If it's a promise you need, I can give you one. But what really matters, Sally, is for you to believe that you deserve love first, or you'll never receive it. Do you really think a psycho killer like her really deserves your love? It's perfect. Actually, Sally and I, we're both crazy. We're a match made in heaven. Do us a favor and go to sleep already. Stop being such a third wheel. Marty is right. I want to believe in him, and because he believes in me, I want to believe in myself. Sure, believe in him and yourself. But when you get betrayed, you know it's gonna hurt like hell. Can you really stand that? If that happens, all I have to do is wake you up and have you kill him. Okay, interesting. I look forward to seeing if you'll ever need to wake me up. Good night, alter ego. The alter relinquished control of the right hand, and the knife clattered to the ground. Sally looked dazed for a moment, but immediately came to. She even looked refreshed, as if she had awakened from a long dream, and it seemed the altar had entered a deep sleep. I don't know how to say this, but I feel like you see right through me. That's what it's like to be a couple. Just seeing each other's good sides isn't enough. I'm worried that I might hurt you again one day. Is there any kind of love where people never hurt each other in some... Is there any kind of love where people never hurt each other in some way? Then Marty, can I make a decision that I know is gonna hurt you? What decision is that? I want to turn myself in and confess my guilt to my ex-boyfriends' families. Why now? Why do you have to leave me when we can finally be together? Marty, listen to me, please. It's because I want to be with you that I think I should pay for my sins first. I have girly dreams about romance, you know. I want to be a girlfriend as a normal girl, not a psycho killer. Of course, no matter what I do, the people I kill won't come back to life. Still, I have to take responsibility for the things I've done. But I don't care. Psycho killer or not, you're my girlfriend. I wanted to hold Sally's hand, but my hands are covered with blood. I don't want to taint yours. But if one day my hands are clean, and we have the opportunity to meet again, will you hold my hand then? Okay. Thank you for staying away from me. But if it takes too long, just forget about me. Don't put off your own happiness just for me. I'll always be waiting for you. You're so silly. After waking up, it wasn't happily ever after for my sleeping beauty. Reality confronted her like the thicket of thorns. Sally was not only tried criminally, but also subjected to online abuse. Before Sally was convicted, some unscrupulous reporters sensationalized her as the prettiest murderer ever, publicizing her real name, her appearance, and even her mental condition. Strangers online not only raided Sally's face and body, but also jokingly made her the angel face killer, and made a big deal about her illness and gender. At some point, the stress really got to Sally so badly that she involuntarily awakened her altar in public. That scene also went viral. If she's sick, lock her up. They can't let her run loose so she can hurt others. Wow, getting a girlfriend is rough these days. She could treat you like an ATM, or she could even kill you. And even after all of that, you find out she's damaged goods. It's not a mental illness. It's just a woman being a woman. Some crazy woman kills two guys, and you creeps make a circus out of it. Where were all you when us normal women were sexually assaulted and harassed? Stop arguing. She's just acting crazy to reduce her sentence. So this psycho killer is acting like she's depressed. If she's so depressed, why doesn't she just kill herself? Why should us honest taxpayers have to feed such a monster with our hard-earned money? They don't know anything about Sally. Why do they talk like they do? Not a single one of them really cares what kind of person Sally is. Losing Sally has made my life all bad again, and seeing all the mockery, abuse, and cursing hurled at Sally made me suffer even more. But on second thought, maybe their reactions are just normal. Maybe I'm the abandoned one. I haven't been dating Sally for long. Why am I so obsessed with her? I don't really know. I just feel like I've known Sally for a long time. Even longer than she's known me. What am I saying? But if one day my hands are clean, and we have the opportunity to meet again, will you hold my hand then? Of course I want to wait, but I don't think I can bear this any longer. Because I really can't live without you. But I'll keep waiting for you to keep my promise. I'll continue to lie to myself that I can wait. The good ending. Waiting. Number of endings scene 9 of 10. Okay, so we're coming up on the last ending, and I'm very, very troubled. I think the epilogue of this ending did get to like mental health stuff, got into harassment, got into ableism, sexism. It was interesting to say the least. But again, where I was fearing it failed was discounting the altar as not. They seem to be respected as a different person to a degree, but their happiness is not considered. They're not considered someone who can heal. They're just the murder headmate, which is again my problem. So although there are some really great things about this scenario, the scenario still bugs me, of course, because it wasn't about coexisting. And I think that also the mention of the altar fronting in public without meaning to is part of that, because it's kind of like when you don't deal with a problem, it'll come up in ways that you don't expect, whether you want to or not, because it's unprocessed trauma or a problem you haven't dealt with, or toxicity you haven't dealt with. And so a headmate that's just been repressed is going to come back, or is going to cause issues even if they don't front per se. And so it handles the issue still kind of badly, even with the whole take responsibility angle. Not to mention our opinion on responsibility, which is outside of the multiplicity angle, or rather, I think is relevant regardless of multiplicity. That blood never gets off your hands. Those crimes are still your crimes. You're not entitled to forgiveness. Repentance is a thing, but I don't think repentance washes away your sins. It makes them more livable. And that's what we're living with. The pain that we've caused, shit, even the pain that I caused that I mentioned not too long ago, that's not water under the bridge even necessarily. Even if the person that I hurt doesn't actively think about it. You gotta try to live your best life. And trying to make sure that you're a better person so you don't hurt others in the future is important. I think more important than trying to prove to others or prove to the world that you're better. Kind of like when someone who's getting called out for being toxic or bad or whatever, like says, I'm better now. Not to say that a person can't be better now. And not to say that a lot of times it's someone trying to defend themselves from criticism when they do feel like they put in a lot of work. It's something that society puts on us. The thing that we have to prove that we're better now to deserve love or forgiveness. And though no one can ever deserve forgiveness, that's each individual person you hurt. That's up to them. That doesn't mean that you have to be a terrible person moving forward, or you have to hurt people moving forward. And that's why I think that it should be prioritized to be a better person, even if you can't get forgiveness. Though I do appreciate the turning yourself in from the perspective of giving the boyfriends as families closure. Or, I mean, they'll never have full closure. Even people who have a family member murdered and then the murderer gets the death penalty still often report that they don't feel a closure. Life was taken and can never be returned. Just like trauma always leaves scars. no matter how hard you try to erase them. And that should be okay. So my fingers are crossed that with this last ending, maybe the altar will get a name and be given a chance to not just be told off and told to not exist anymore. I was really hoping that Marty would be like, I'm willing to love you both. But I do appreciate this, like, you're not Sierra. You're different. Even if that's how you started. Even if you're an interject of her, that doesn't mean that you're quote unquote her. Because even if you have an interject, i.e. a headmate that is a copy of a person that you've known, they can never fully be that person. They're your brain's conception of what that person is like. That is the concept of Sierra that lives within Sarah. And that makes life a lot more complicated. So it shall not be two of me ever then. Only you are you. Even if you have headmates, they're them. So I guess I'm about to go for the true ending. Yeah, I guess there was normal endings, then bad endings. Was that the first good ending? I'm assuming the last ending is the true ending. Oh, I have to save it. Watch the extra ending? Oh, you just let me do it? Yes. No. I've had enough. I won't lie to myself anymore. I should have kept Sally by my side, even if it meant getting my hands dirty. Ugh. If only I could rewind time. Huh? Did I hear someone say they want to rewind time? Who's there? This isn't the first time I've heard this voice. You mortals are so eager to extol your love, courage, hope, and whatever else, thinking you can always make choices, that you can achieve something. Yet, whenever you're overwhelmed with despair, you immediately pray for a miracle. I do love how adorably pathetic the mortal existence is. Very well. I shall play Cupid for you and that girl, and take pity on you with a miracle of rewinding time. What? Oh! So those precognitive dreams weren't dreams at all. Rather, every time I regretted a decision in despair, Naya descended, rewound time, and I forgot everything. After all, I'm your boyfriend, now and always. I told you not to open the door of my room. You're right. I'm here, and you're here with me. Now I remember all the previous loops. I accepted Sally, misunderstood her, got stabbed by her, and even went insane for her. In every loop, I naively thought I was in control of making my own choices. But actually, my fate was already written. Intertwined with Sally's. We're just jesters made to dance in someone else's script. In this world, there are beings beyond the reach of human understanding. And we humans may be nothing more than playthings that exist to please those beings. I suppose this is what Naya meant by the mortal existence. Huh. In that case, I'll just accept it for what it is. My hands are covered in blood, and I don't want to taint yours. But if one day my hands are clean, and we have the opportunity to meet again, will you hold my hand then? This time, Naya rewound time back before I made my last choice. Not when I woke up on that sofa. I might even say that deity is surprisingly considerate. Definitely not good by any means, but at least this time, I have to admit that I'm thankful. Marty? Marty? Oops, sorry, Sally. I was just thinking about something. I knew it. You don't want to wait for my hands to be clean, do you? What are you talking about? Why do I care if your hands are bloody? Just get my hands dirty too. I pick up the kitchen knife from the ground. Marty? I figured out a way for us to be together forever. What? I dig my knife mercilessly into the headless corpse. What do you think you're doing? Can't you tell? We have to get rid of the corpse. Let's do it properly. And you won't have to turn yourself in. So I'm chopping it into parts again. Why didn't I think of such a simple solution the last time? A simple solution? For starters, where could we even dispose of this? I don't need those pieces that aren't John's. I'll take them to the hills. There are those hills behind your house. Your Etzes are buried there, and they've never been found. We just have to bury stuff nice and deep to prevent stray dogs from digging them up. How could you possibly know that? Oh, we need to bury the diaries and photos too. Especially the photos with the red writing on the back. There'll be trouble if someone else sees. There's red writing on the back of the photos? I know nothing about that. Of course you didn't. Because I know you. A lot better than you know yourself. Marty, listen to me, please. What I'm trying to say is, you don't have to go that far. Sally, compare it to having to watch you turn yourself in, being abused online, and then having a split personality relapse in public. Taking apart a corpse and getting rid of it is nothing. Nothing? I mean, it's not like I'm a random stranger. I'm your boyfriend, aren't I? Now and always. Forever. From now on, the fact that you killed some people is a secret just between the two of us. Hurry up, Mom. I'm Sally, a female college student. A couple of years ago, I was in a horrible car accident where I lost my first love and my only sister. It was traumatic for me, and I'm still adjusting to this life. I recently started going out with a boy. His name is Marty, and he loves me so much that he only has eyes for me, to the point that it's somewhat terrifying. Because I start to feel that the me in his eyes doesn't just include me, but also something beyond the reach of my own understanding. He's hiding some secrets from me. Some secrets that are unspeakable. The extra ending. My boyfriend's secrets. Number of endings seen. 10 out of 10. Next. Case 3. True Cannibal Boy. So yeah, I'm playing Cannibal Boy next week. So we'll get the prelude to Cannibal Boy. Happy end! Since this is an ongoing plot, there is a chance that future installments could resurface the whole multiplicity thing. I hope it's not just something that never gets brought up again, at the very least. But I definitely enjoy playing this. No, I didn't say I want to. I said, if only I could. Please, it's not the same. Good game. Happy end. Damn, we're going straight into Vor. Alright, because cannibals. I totally forgot about that. That was Extra Case. My girlfriend's secrets. And my boyfriend's secrets. Thank you for watching here on Fluff Bites.